Talon versus Team Liquid game 1 of this best of 3. Some juicy picks. I mean, now that I mention it, Insania, if he goes through the gate as an IO, maybe not the most helpful in ganking. It's not like a CM.
Yeah, it's like you overpower if your lane is already going to be good at it. As up top, Mickey.
Mickey, is that going to be first blood? Indeed it is. Jabs on his Winter Wyvern off lane. Will get a nice money in pocket. And then for the off lane, Zai on the Visage. I hear that we've been seeing more and more in this tournament, and obviously coupled up with the likes. Sania continue to inject some HP and mana to him. Ollie takes the Soul Assumption. Boxy continuing with the batteries onto the tower. He's gonna get the kill, but if Zai goes down, this will be Talon favorite. Sure gets the bash, and 23 Savage. Actually, Ollie technically gets the kill from the grave, as Makoto's gonna get an invis rune. Now they're gonna smoke up.
Yeah, like minute 8 to 10 is still like people are a bit more free. Like Zai would like to slowly, like slow pressure bottom.
Oh, Mickey.
As
Mickey's gonna get spotted. There's the charge. And the zip.
He's gone.
Gonna be an easy pickoff, trying to get the kill for Makoto, and he'll find it.
Talon just doing a very nice job. And I thought they both had Shadow Blades queued up, but it's only jabs, so he wants to be an invisible dragon later on. Very hype.
That's always hype.
Oh, charge through.
Yeah, Boxy not able to get the cogs off. Shot onto the creeps, but he still finds the connection he needs, but Makoto's there to help out. Ends up getting this kill onto the Clockwork eventually as the Global Silence first usage of the game. But now Talon on the run as Nisha trying to make a connection as well as Mickey slowing them down with the Lucid
23 is TPing.
Maelstrom is online now for 23 Savage. Makoto completely out of mana though. The full Eclipse now basically reserved for jabs, but he gets off the curse just in time. And that means Mickey is beating the ever-living crap out of Obi. Gets saved though. Nice job from Insania, but the Chronosphere coming out onto Mickey because Insania can't link up to the Luna any further. Ends up being a 2-for-1 to start as Q's gonna drop next. Nisha getting extremely low and is brought down by 23 Savage. Finishing that Maelstrom just in time. A double kill for him. Boxy back into the fight again. Gets 23 Savage inside the cog. The time walk towards the fountain. By the fountain, I mean the Lotus Pool. Basically the same thing, of course.
You want to speed up the game, you've got all these auras, you take Roche really quickly.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Nisha.
Ooh.
Gotta be a bit careful.
Remember to have this ward.
Bit careful, young man. He's getting charged. And you can see Insania was looking like he might have wanted to link up. He's getting charged still, and he will die. He gets most of the Ancients, but just like that, 2 dead for Liquid jabs. Golden bracing himself, the Global comes out. Zai also out of mana and surrounded by members of Talon. Jab's just gonna go down to the Familiars, but it'll be a trade for Zai. So 3 dead for Liquid, and they find the off lane and support. Boxy, able to TP out in the midst of danger.
Kinda want to contest, yeah.
It is a scary lineup to fight into Roche. I mean, with the curse being the main spell that can absolutely turn the fight in Talon's favor. Zai breaking the smoke. He's gonna be the first there. Hook shot into the cogs. Global Silence. The Cold Embrace saving him for the time being. 23 Savage and company just have to look on as the Space Cow does drop. Is that enough for Liquid to feel secure in taking Roche?
Liquid, this is exactly what they have to do in this game to try and keep it even, or even try to get ahead in this game. Yeah, Zai is having a very good game. Also the 15 talent, even more minus armor coming out. Solar Crest, you've got the orb as jabs.
And blinks backwards. Does not want to take part in this fight. Zai with the Familiars finds him in the trees. And with that, Solar Crest can just rip right through him. The Cold Embrace is going to save him for a little bit. But jabs, nowhere you can go, my friend. Nice pick off there from Zai.
Very nicely done. Does find him up here, and
do they want to defend this? Doesn't look like it.
They're a little late if they still want to do this. So it's just a free tier 2 as Makoto is TPing in.
Charge is coming, Bulldoze activated. Zai, the Yules is there from Nisha. Pick off the Bulldoze, forcing out the BKB from Q. Now Makoto trying to go on top of Visage, but that is a really tanky target. 23 Savage is looking for a potential Chronosphere, but gets stunned mid-air. And now will be forced back by the Ancients, kind of in a weird spot. Jabs just going down, but the Chronosphere comes out on 2. The Curse on top of Luna, not the greatest layering from Talon. It's a 1-for-1, but that's a core for support, and now they're gonna find the big bad faceless Void. Down goes 23 Savage, and now
there it is,
we're gonna see the Tormentor. Who gets the shard? It's gonna be the Jetpack.
It's Jetpack Man. Oh damn, it's Liquid.
Just like that, 8K lead. But I think you're right. I think they have to give this up. And one good thing out of this for Talon is that they still have their tier 2s in the other lane, so Liquid will have to back away regardless.
I mean, maybe Mika just wants to play on range with the Axe. I think either way, they're gonna be super happy. Getting Aegis, Cheese against a Void lineup, like they kind of lag damage. You know, they might have enough to kill one, but I don't know if they can fight through an Aegis.
Yeah, Talon are too late. I don't know if they want to still go in here. Oh, 23 Savage, he's gonna get the Chrono. Okay. This is on the Luna.
They'll
this
need to blow
no
the reload.
Aegis this time. Relocate, but the global silence is there. So they do get the successful kill onto the Luna. Now the charge onto Insania. Nisha left all alone for the time being. And his partner in crime will drop. Now, Nisha still with that Aegis in tow, and the TP is actually canceled via the curse, so Zai stuck in place as well. Very good fight for Talon, but 23 Savage taking a little bit too much damage. Boxy with the hook shot onto the BKB Q, stuck inside the cogs. They'll be able to clean him up, but 23 Savage going in and out with that shard. And it looks like Zai will eventually be brought down to his knees. If Visage does have knees, we'll never know. It's Boxy.
Oh, the bash.
With Anisha trying to get up. The TP gets canceled. That is the Aegis, and he is going to be completely surrounded by Talon. Getting off the Bloodstone with that Pulse Nova as well, so they have to be a bit careful, but 23 Savage is there to try and finish him off in style. And from range they go. Q with another charge, and a huge fight for Talon despite giving up the Aegis and Cheese.
Damn, it's 23 Savage. He's just dancing on them in this fight. This is the best Faceless Void fight you could even ask for. It's really important for Liquid that they need vision in the fight, and I think they need to be the ones going in first. It is nighttime soon, so that will help them a lot with the Luna Aura.
Yep, smoke broken. Q. We'll find Boxy this far. Turns on the jetpack. Makoto with the BKB. Trying to finish off this Clockwork, but that's a pretty hard kill to get. But Nisha all alone in the river. Insania is ready to go. Gets off his Greaves. They global, but it's really to no effect. But 23 Savage coming in with the Chronosphere. Insania has his relocate going, and that'll save Nisha. But Zai will get blown up inside the Chrono. Now these big spells are down.
Good curse.
Big curse onto 2, but it's only Nisha right-clicking Io. Ends up not having that much of an effect, and now Ollie on the run as Liquid trying to get something out of this fight other than the Wyvern. Ollie goes down to 1 loosened beam. Very nice.
So that looked a little miscommunicated by Talon.
Talon will have everybody up in 10 seconds.
If they can take this tier 3, that's a huge deal. We've seen Luna Glaze before.
Indeed. Yeah, but no Chrono, no Wyvern ult. How can they hold without it? 23 Savage with the time walk back in and out.
That's a big zip.
Electric Vortex,
Cheese.
But the Cheese from Insania saving his fellow Nisha. Mika getting bashed in the meantime. 23 Savage is doing as much as he can to try and delay, but this is going to be 2 sets of racks for Liquid. And Talon still jumping in. Mickey pops the BKB, has Insania linked up strong right now. 23 Savage barely gets out in time with a big time walk. And Liquid not looking to stop anytime soon.
That's a solo curse.
Solo curse not going to last that long, so another wasted ult it feels like. Now the Aghanim Scepter online for the Storm, but do they have the Wombo combo potential? 23 Savage in and out again, but these buildings are just melting in the face of Liquid. There's the initiation from Makoto into absolutely nothing because they have nothing, but Mickey still drops.
Oh, the
melee racks 1 hit away. Nisha going in for the last-ditch effort here. We'll be able to get that melee racks. The range, the only thing alive now for Talon between them and Mega Creeps. As Q gets bursted into the ground, it's a buyback down to the Spirit Breaker, but this is going to be Megas for Liquid despite losing their position 1. They get basically everything they signed up for.
Oh, 23 in the back.
Dieback, but he's not careful. Jab's getting bursted down by this Pulse Nova. There's the Chronosphere onto 2. It's going to be enough to take out Zai. And let's see if Insania will be next. Nice fuels from Nisha.
Good
Dakota comes in with the Electric Vortex onto 2. Big charge coming in as well. They finally take down the Io. But even if they were to team wipe here, it's still Mega Creeps. Nisha TPing out, but the Nether Strike is there to cancel it. He's going to have to try to get back the old-fashioned way.
Good cogs.
Nice cogs from Boxy, keeping 23 Savage busy. But they have vision, so Q gets another charge onto Nisha on the back line as Boxy's going to go down to the right clicks. So the last remaining... Adding insult to injury, Mega Creeps, they get the Wisdom Rune. Nisha will likely die as Q really wants to finish him off, and he'll do so. So a full team wipe, but Talon have no buildings.
Nah, this is...
And even if they were trying to push her, there's 4 buybacks for
This is SEA's strongest power spike, Shannon. They grow the strongest when they're against Megas.
Now, wait, what happens if he dies? Does the Eclipse go away? I think it does. So that's the one risk you have.
I think if you cast it on the hero and the hero dies, yeah, it may go away. I mean, Talon need to be ready. If you get caught off guard here without buyback on one of these lanes, the game might just end.
Yeah, that's one thing. Liquid don't really exactly, other than the hook shot, don't have a ton of jump. As the dive out Edict starting to go out here from Nisha. Charge to try to delay from the likes of Zai.
Oh, no need to jump. You can just go into buildings.
Time walks out. Zip on in, zip on out. That's all they can do, but the buildings are still melting to the Familiars and the Moonglaves. Both tier 4s extremely low. Q forced to pop his BKB.
Eclipse.
There's the Eclipse coming out. The Chronosphere onto 4 heroes into absolutely nothing. That has been the problem for Talon all game long, but a nice charge. Keeping Nisha at base, getting pretty low with the Bloodstone, keeping him nice and healthy. Another Eclipse comes out. Not enough to get an actual kill though, but again, the Ancient exposed. There's the fortification, but Liquid will likely be able to take this out now as GGs are called. So Liquid take game number 1. I mean, you can see the ideas from Talon.
Yeah.
It's just they didn't get late enough into the game to be able to execute
in
it
that last form in Chrono, they were cursed actually. That's why he dealt no damage.
All right, that'll do it.
And then in some of the earlier fights, like I think Talon did so well in this early mid game to hold on, but then Liquid, they just get one fight and their entire draft and the tempo.
Good combo potential between the Mars and the ET, of course. And that was the biggest issue for Talon in the last game. Of course, they are playing Dire this time, but they gave up a lot of Roshans. And Elder Titan, maybe the best hero in the entire game to contest such a thing. As we're going to see the Impale onto 23 Savage, getting blocked by Zai as well. Blood Grenade comes out, Timber Chain to follow.
Fire.
Going to have to use the Fairy Fire, but the Whirling Death is enough with the right click from Zai. And that is first blood for the Universal Timber Saw. Pulling the tower aggro for a bit so that his siege will survive, but a fortification there from Talon to try to counteract it a bit.
I want to go damage.
Mickey. Triple teamed, Echo Stomp is there, Jabs is going to get a nice spear. A little bit too far, actually hits the crystals, then he teleports to the tree. This game is still in beta as Ollie getting pursued now as Insania shows up with the link up onto Mickey.
Here.
Indeed. Oh, they Terror Blade. He's going to get hexed. 23 Savage trying to run away despite being in the metaform. He's all alone and dies for a second time this game. Completely isolated as Zai trying to focus down Jabs now. The Chakram is there. He's level 6 versus Jabs is level 4. Just such a big difference in the laning stage. Again, coming from Liquid. And they're going to give the kill to Mickey. That's a double kill for a Sven. Man, oh man. Even Insania gets out. Talon get nothing for this. Yeah, this would be a pretty good kill. Second in net worth in the game. Zai. Oh, forcing Makoto to use quite a bit of mana, but they should be able to get this, I would think.
Yeah.
I hope for Talon that they can, because this would have been a complete disaster. One of the better teams to be able to expand their leads after winning a laning stage. But, I mean, Talon are really good at comebacks. Yeah. I will say that. So this is not like it's unfamiliar territory for them.
Oh, they see Nisha and they have Link Arena. He is kind of alone.
Shot. Haste is picked up.
Aggressive
but there's the Arena into the spear.
Relocate.
Relocate is coming. Stop is there just in time. Nisha getting some help from Mickey. The pump the construct. Makoto getting super low. He dies first. It's a trade of the mids. And it looks like Ollie will likely be next. Another casual right click is there from Mickey. Jabs trying to save his teammate, gets a spear, but they don't have the damage to take out this big bad Sven unless 23 Savage shows up. But he's going to take some damage from Mickey. Mickey is not scared at all. Impaled from the high ground from Boxy. Big finger of death on the 23 Savage, but he's going to live through the day as Mickey's the one that's bursted. And now Boxy and the rest of Liquid on the run. 23 Savage looking for an opening onto Boxy. He'll find it pretty easily. And he shows up and gets catapulted in his net worth now. You can see he is third all of a sudden. So Talon with a great response to this aggression from Liquid on the rune.
What a nice play there by Talon as it's not over yet.
Zai is stuck on the cliff though. Okay, Nisha is there. Split Earth connects. And they finally will take down the Big Bag Terrorblade.
Okay, so they do get 23 at the back of all of it. I would say Talon is still fairly happy with what happened there. As then 23 does just drop. And honestly, some beautiful stomps in this entire engagement from Ollie. Most importantly, on that relocate, as they're baiting Boxy right now.
Yeah, they scanned it out, so they have an idea this is going to happen.
Nice read.
A big Stormhammer, but the Earth Splitter into the Mars Arena. After the fact. And they're going to find Makoto, who just gets stuck on the wrong side. So despite the aggression from Talon, Liquid able to defend successfully. It's a 1-for-1 mid for support. felt like the Echo Stomp came after all the spells. It was a little awkward.
Yeah, I think the splitter was thrown at the start to follow on the zip, and then the stomp. Maybe he kept it because he knows the reload might be coming. So that's actually some really heads-up play from him.
And 23 Savage in the meta form. Gonna get some help via Makoto onto Zai, who's basically out of mana, but Mickey on the other side of the tree line gets the Blink Stormhammer. Do they have... No,
Good
they
spear.
don't have the CC, but yeah, the spear is there. The CC's on the side of Talon instead. So Boxy takes a tumble, now Mickey all alone. Zai can only look on, but Nisha's on the way. They're gonna lose their spend though right off the bat. And Liquid now forced to hide him away.
Oh, he got him!
Deletes Makoto! This man has some balls. He dies shortly after, but you gotta respect it. 3 for 1 in favor of Talon in the end.
This ward, by the way, in the lane, absolutely illegal. This Talon, they saw everything from this entire fight. Jabs comes in behind, gets on a really clean spear.
So Talon doing what they needed from last game, which is get an Aegis on their side.
Okay, there's, I mean, very
interesting.
Very nice
gave
for
it
Talon.
to 23 Savage. Looks like Boots of Traveler. What's up next for Nisha? Zai.
Does have the Axe completed, so it will be flying out to him. If you're Liquid, when this Aegis runs out, I do think if they all in the TB, if they want to, I think he dies.
Oh,
good
nice BKB. Gets the spear off as well. And now the zipping from Makoto's going to force out the BKB of Mickey. Getting slowed to a crawl, but Nisha is here with Insania from the right side. But you see Makoto getting controlled and brought down to start the fight again. Trying to outpace this Aegis as Nisha is just barely going to die the last right click, but the boom time is coming. Thunder for 23 Savage, but the instant hex from Boxy is there. Very nicely done. Buyback down to Insania to try to get back into this fight. It's a long-ass mana drain. It's a 3 for 2 technically. And Q gonna TP out in the Glimmer. Now a smoke from Liquid. As we have a Silver Edge onto Mickey. Okay.
Wants to help his initiation. I do like that as Boxy. Just chatting it up for now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna spawn him. He gets the initiation. Great stuff. Kill to follow. ET is dead right off the bat. 23 Savage getting pursued by Mickey, who's still BKB, trying to finish off the Terrorblade from afar, but he's gonna force out the BKB instead and walk away. It's a 2 for 1 in favor of Liquid so far, but the Sunder onto Mickey is enough to take out the Sven. Zai trying to slow him down. The boom is about to hit 23 Savage, but brings him down to half HP. Meanwhile, Nisha getting controlled. Looks like Q and Makoto are able to get out. Was looking in favor of Liquid, but then Mickey gets sundered and it turns around the fight for Talon. This is Aegis and Cheese, and Liquid very far now. This is a full wraparound, and I think they lose Roche as a result.
It's a nice wrap, but it could be too slow.
Now by the Lotus Pool is Q on the side with the trees. He's 20% to pop the smoke as Jack comes with the BKB and the Arena, and it looks like the Aegis will be claimed by Talon and 23 Savage. He pops his BKB a little bit prematurely as Boxy's going to be the first to fall. And
Makoto's out of mana.
That Bloodstone, Makoto bursted down by Mickey. Does have the buyback. Let's see if the rest of Talon want to fight or disengage. That's going to be the buyback from Makoto, though. Insania, he's going to get dropped, so no IO in this fight. Any way to buy back as well. Mickey. Goes right click from afar, Boxy in the trees. Jax is completely surrounded and brought down, but Makoto trying to finish off the Sven. He does so, and Zai looks to be next on the list for Talon. He's gonna Timber Chain TP, and no way to cancel it.
Ooh. Get the Roche, kind of win the fight. Of course, they did have to expand 2 buybacks here, but buyback from Q also definitely helping 23 here for some of the next fights. Liquid, they want to fight. They have 2 buybacks available.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no God Strength quite yet, though, as Zai going really deep in. 23 Savage to get the Thunder off, but boom boom time is coming for Mr. 23 Savage. Nisha's there with the Bloodstone as Q, and Makoto can only look on. Nice force staff to dodge the boom boom, but you can't outrun Zai. That is the Aegis down.
They have a cheese. Maybe they need to pass it over.
And Makoto, he's basically out of mana. He just has to walk back. They're going to get the Glimmer off, but there's the Yules. Q. All they can do is look on again as 23 Savage completely surrounded. No Sunder in sight. He's going to pop his BKB. Try to TP up. Can he do it? No! The physical damage is just enough from the side of Liquid. Makoto able to get out of dodge, and now Q and Ollie on the run. One gets away, and Ollie, nobody's going to go in the pit, surely. He'll be able to get out as well. ET Stomp. I think you're right. I think they have to give up the melee.
Looks like it.
Terrorblade up in 10 seconds. Can Liquid get out cleanly, though?
Oh.
Right, well, that's not clean. He didn't hit a tree on the way out. He's stuck inside this arena. Boom Boom is nullified though, so not as tanky as he could be. As Insania connects, he has to relocate, still there. Earth Splitter comes out. Insania's gonna relocate basically in place. Gets off the link onto Nisha, but he dies.
That's a dieback.
And now Nisha has to get the hell out, and Liquid in turn will have to do so as well. Nisha will barely TP out. They didn't have any stuns there, as the Echo Stomp does find Zai. So they get a very valuable kill in this defense, but they do lose that melee racks.
The damage output on Liquid is really high, but that is a great neutral item for him.
I was talking about the refresher, but sure.
Or the smoke. Refresher is big too.
Yeah,
I mean,
Mars
this
Refresher, pretty juicy.
Oh, mid on mid smoke.
Both are going to pop there shortly. There's the zip in, the Mars Arena #1 from Jab. So they're going to try to focus on the other side. His Boxy's really deep. He gets taken out first.
Behind the back.
Yeah, that's a double chakra with a boom boom time coming for Ollie. Gets destroyed, but there's a nullifier to take it off shortly after. That's a buyback onto the Elder Titan. They don't have the same for Boxy though, Liquid side. And Nisha, a little bit of a late BKB, getting the splitter off onto Terrorblade, but Nisha gets controlled and brought down. That's a huge kill for Talon. And now Liquid on the run, but they're gonna get kept in place thanks to Jabs and company, but Insania able to get able to get Mickey out of dodge. Zai will not be so lucky in all likelihood. Very tanky, but will be taken out in the end. So good fight from Talon.
Nope, and Insania.
They get effectively 4 for there's no buybacks for the Liquid side. I mean, the problem is there's still tier 2s in the top and bottom, so it's either you poke at the tier 4s,
and I'm gonna go top next.
There is a wave up there. This is the outpost advantage for the Radiant.
Yeah, that's free. Jab just
who gets the Axe? I actually don't know here. Do you want Superman Axe? Do you want Nisha to have... Is it still Nihilism?
It is still Nihilism.
Okay, he will be claiming it.
I think he did
I guess so. Well, yeah, he would have to. They're actually just... It's literally worth purchasing a shard over going to kill the cube.
It's time. Don't want to... Oh, Hex.
Yeah, and the Hex to start things out. Actually, a double Hex this time.
Oh, what a stop!
Another Hex onto the Storage Spear, but there's a Mars Arena onto Zai. It's very tanky indeed. Makoto getting relatively low will zip away. 23 Savage will run away with the BKB, getting up the Sunder onto Zai. There's a second arena from Jabs. It's going to connect mostly onto the IO, but the Sven is taking massive damage. He will drop to the deck. 2 minutes without your Sven at all. Buybacks coming out from Liquid en masse. Makoto's the only casualty for Talon. He will buy back now as Jabs getting chased into the tree line. Getting forced, but will not survive the onslaught. And Boxy, he's getting controlled. As 23 Savage, he's going to take a finger of death. The Sunder, the Lotus Orb is going to prevent him from using it. Nicely played from Liquid. They take out the TB.
Oh, they're going for the game-winning play here.
That's a buyback now onto the side of 23 Savage. Double Chakram, no connection on the tree again for Zai. That actually might save the life of Q. As now Ollie with his BKB trying to run away. Makoto getting a nice stun onto 2 heroes with the spear to follow, doing massive damage. But their TB is not here yet. They don't have the physical damage.
He was waiting in base for the battles.
Makoto go back in, getting the Chakra on him. He gets force staffed out of the Chakrams. It's the Electric Vortex with the Nullifier now onto Nisha, trying to find somebody, gets the Hex again, but Q and company very low, but they'll be able to take out the Nisha in the end. Makoto gets the kill. Now that's an instant buyback, and Jabs getting sundered by his teammate will actually save him for the time being, as Zai and company still surrounding him. Jabs gets force staffed out. Nice double spear again. They have so many ways to kite the side of Liquid. Makoto goes in with barely any mana as the Earth Splitter connects. Nisha is dead, and another arena, the third of this fight, and this is going to be a full team wipe for Talon, and they will win game number 2 because they can just go for throne. No buybacks even remotely close. Not over yet. There is a buyback now onto the Sven, but he's going to be back in 15 seconds anyway.
Can he 2-1-5 this? With Lion, he's got a buyback even.
Yeah, we'll see. They get the tier 4 towers. And Talon playing very, very passively.
Okay, there's a Hex from Q.
Hex though. Trying to go back in. And Mickey, they're waiting for that 23 Savage meta, which is now up, and he's hitting that Ancient. Mickey has to do something. There's the Hex initiation from Boxy. Mickey trying to finish somebody off. Makoto able to zip away just out of distance.
Demon Seal.
Perhaps if you were Superman, you'd be able to catch up to him, but no! They gave the axe to the latch instead, and they're gonna die outright, so GG's are called, and Talon take game number 2. Means we're going the full distance in this series.
Ooh, Talon just strike back with some... I really liked a lot of their confidence in this game where they like fight back, you have the buybacks coming out, you go back in the fight, you have like 48 arenas coming out, and their spell usage in these later stages of the team fights really came in clutch for them.
We're gonna find out who is worth $1 million extra, and to find out we need some $1 million costers, and to that end, I send it over to Sunsfan and Kizu.
And when it comes down to these, I mean, this isn't an elimination game, this is for lower bracket, I suppose, whoever loses, so a second life is available, but either way, in matches this important as 23 Savage, he's going to be spotted. Fortune's End is going to hit him, and he has his shift available. Boxy going to try to block. This would be a really big kill
they need
for
more.
Liquid if they can find him.
Oh.
Very, very tanky target. Great job from Boxy, and the blood grenade is there. First blood for Boxy.
What a dirty boy Boxy is. Getting this type of first blood is not easy. I would say Rubik's kind of okay. Like the thing, if you're Pango against these supports, I don't think you care too much about them. Usually you will see Tiny from quite far away, at least in Dane time or until he has Blink. ET as well. There's no way you're ever gonna get stomped. As Mickey taking quite a bit of beating.
Oh!
Combo
I thought he was
wombo.
going to get the time walk off, but terrific layering of spells there from the side of Talon.
Man, that was actually disgusting. The vacuum with the tree throw right at the end towards when he wanted to time walk. What a sick kill in this lane.
As we're going to see a slide from Makoto, but Echo Stomp is there from the other side from Ollie as Nisha getting run down. Boxy in the area, but the shield crash. Nisha wants to commit. Blood grenade on top. Makoto gets the slight though to be able to take out his mid lane.
Oh, he dropped the ward.
And yeah, the ward goes down, giving just enough vision for Boxy.
Oh, run it off, brother.
Bold kill. Ollie won't even bother chasing, gets the ward instead.
Oh,
as
free throw.
Hey, Q. He is off to a pretty good start with these tree throws.
And he doesn't really eat the old ass. Oh, they're setting up a trap for Mr. Boxy.
Yep, he's coming for the old Wisdom Rune. Echo Stomp is there. Q. Well, he's going to get multiple TPs in health. 3 seconds away from the Wisdom Rune. Who can click faster? Ollie trying to go for it. He will get it. The Rolling Thunder comes out from Nisha, but they will be denied the Wisdom Rune. Both of which going the way of Talon, and despite Ollie done, even with this death, I think it's honestly worth it still. Both Wisdom Runes. Very juicy.
Like if you're playing Pango, you kind of want to be able to fight back, but with how Talon play right now, this is just what we always see gaming gladiators do. You have this super strong Ember on Makoto.
Yeah, Nisha's used most of his spells, still has his ult. Time. Echo Stomp is going to be there as Insania. Looks like he'll get right-click down, but Nisha does get off his ult in time.
Mickey's here.
Showing up for this fight as well. So they're going to try to focus on the Tiny instead as the Chrono is placed. A nice swash is there. Q is dead. The remnants onto the low ground is Makoto getting chased by the big bad Brood. Another remnant out. Fade Bolt connects. The Spiders continuing to chase as Zai
another slide.
finishes off, but the Flame Guard is there. So some way, somehow, Makoto lives. Either way, that is a big cooldown on the side of Liquid that's not going to be available.
I must say, that's, like, sure, maybe these supports don't really kill you if you're Pango, but Pango has, hold on, Boxy.
Toss back onto the creeps, not to his team. Boxy's going to live. And Nisha going with a big shield crash, giving him a lot of damage mitigation. But the vacuum back in. Boxy.
Oh, 23 Savage here.
But Nisha assassinated from 23 Savage, who shows up out of nowhere. And Talon all over the place right now. Doesn't matter what hero it is. Feels like it's a 5-man wrecking crew roaming all across the map. But it's not like the win-loss is horrible by any stretch.
Still a great hero. Morph just it's hard for you to man up against Morph later, and Darkseer auras and so on makes it hard too, as Talon are kind of around here, but so are Liquid.
Spiders going down quickly to this Ion Shell from Jabs. Gonna get rooted up. Nisha there with his newly picked up Diffusal, but the chain's gonna stop his ult in his track as Mickey gets off the Chronosphere. They're able to delete the Darkseer.
Good save.
False Promise saving Nisha for the time being. Is he taking too much damage? It's a big swash onto the Morphling, but they do find Nisha in the end through the false promise and all that juiciness. Mickey just barely getting out with that time walk. It's a respectable amount of HP on top, but he's gonna get dropped either way because the rest of Talon were waiting for him. And now Zai in a sticky situation, trying to get one kill on the way out, but he's not gonna find it. So double kill for 23 Savage. They only lose their Darkseer, and they get all the cores on Liquid. The supports are the only ones to survive. Yeah, he is super farmed as well. Top net worth in the game. Never a good sign. It was a 4K lead when they were going for Roche.
It's under 1K
and now it's essentially even.
Huh, 81% for Radiant. I do think Talon in a very good spot, but I don't know if I would give them 80. Maybe like 65. Oh, good. Counter avalanche.
Yeah, stolen by Boxy. There's a Rolling Thunder from Nisha.
Still level 14.
Pipe applied to Q right now, so a lot of his damage is completely mitigated, but they'll eventually find the Tiny.
That's a good time dilation there as well.
Shield rune on Nisha as well. Oh, the avalanche.
Just
Again,
poking.
catching Makoto. That's at half HP.
The swashbuckle axe shield crash with the diffusal blade. Very annoying here.
Echo Stomp does find Nisha, but
nice job by Insania. Wakes him up with the damage.
Out. Nisha trying to force some things out.
Back.
Nice swashbuckle with a big vacuum coming in, but not a lot of follow-up from the side of Talon.
Oh, Zai in the back? What?
Zai popping his BKB. Vacuum was stolen. We'll see if Liquid are able to use that effectively. Okay, they're just going to give it up completely. And now your Rax is exposed, and the Roshan is very slow. Are they actually going to give up the Rax?
Liquid are still coming, by the way.
Second fortification is there, and Zai's like, I guess I'm just going to stay. The Aegis is claimed by the side of Talon. TP's coming in the form of 23 Savage, turns into the Broodmother's Ollie, getting off his ult, but Zai BKB, he just gets the melee Rax. Even if he dies, well worth it. He's attempting to TP out.
No way. No way. No way.
Out. Oh my god, he gets away with everything. Liquid giving up Roche a second time, and again, Talon gets punished. And Liquid, 2 members. It's kind of spread out. But we're going to see some TPs out now from Talon and it looks like they've learned their lesson. But again, begs the question, will they get anything out of this Aegis? Because so far, it's 1 tier 2.
They're looking on Jams in the top lane for now. They're eyeing him. There's a Chrono. The Defiant Shell.
Okay. You don't see that every day. Q comes in, trying to save his team, but the BKB from Zai will save him as Mickey, by using that Chrono, will try to time walk away. 23 Savage.
He can try to bash him.
Yep. The bash does connect through the BKB of Mickey, but he time walks away again, but that's a counter time walk from 23 Savage into the wave form, and they finally get a punish onto the side of Liquid. Lucky time lock from 23 Savage. Echo Stomp.
They need jabs in this fight. He's gonna have to travel out here.
I have Echo Stomp for this. Is Mickey glimmer back out? They get vision of the amount of HP that Roche has, and again, Talon. It's not like they're.
I mean, look at Liquid. They're being so annoying. Zai's pushing mid, and they're just playing the time.
They actually popped the fortification. They use the normal punch as well. The BKB from Zai. Will he focus on the hero or the Rax is the question. Back to the Rax it goes.
Mickey.
Meanwhile, the other side of the map, Mickey gets a Chronosphere onto 2, while 23 Savage is trying to focus on the support, but Nisha gets off his ultimate. Doing a lot of control here, but the Rax are going to go down as Zai getting in the second set. Meanwhile, this fight continues. Nisha getting perma-stun after perma-stun onto 23 Savage. Finally, the wave form away. Makoto getting swashbuckle. The Searing Chains is there onto him. Great steal from the Rubik.
I mean, who cares about any of this?
3 dead, and Zai completes the 2 sets of Rax.
Zai killed the Rax and jabs.
Yeah, he is owning.
Dude,
absolute ownage from Zai. The Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher. They tip their hats to Talon, saying, thank you for taking Roche twice. Now we get 3 items.
Because 23 Savage, I don't think he has it in himself to kill all these heroes. There's Butterflies, Time Walk, Stuns, Chronos. He needs help.
Well, he gets the bash off. He is Void right now, but Boxy, A-okay. Looks like they want to defend this tier 2 tower. They don't want Liquid to be in the base. There's the Avalanche Toss.
Vacuum punch.
Disruption as Jab's trying to control Mickey, but time walks most of the damage out. Meanwhile, Nisha getting off his ult.
Makoto, ping pong.
Trying to find Makoto, but he cannot. So many remnants away as Insania is the target. He's going to have to false promise himself as 23 Savage stuck amidst a lot of members of Liquid. Aegis down. Nisha inside his roll-up right now. He's getting a lot of damage taken by this group.
He missed the Chrono!
Savage destroys Insania. Mickey completely whips on the Chronosphere.
He has the Refresher shard.
Fire onto 23 Savage as the time walk away. And Nisha ends up dropping, so it's a 2 for nothing. Talon successfully defending. Can they get more out of this?
Yeah, Liquid have 2. About to get the 3rd and 4th with Insania and Boxy squeezing it in.
And I think if Talon knew this,
Talon
they would
already
take
with
the
his
fight
ward.
immediately. Rapier's next, unless apparent. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Zai pops the BKB, getting up the fire onto Jabs. Nice swashbuckle from Nisha. Gets off his ult as well, but the Chronosphere's there on his teammate. Do they have the damage to actually kill anybody inside? Q's gonna be fighting his Force Staff to the low ground. Meanwhile, there's another fight over here. Makoto getting super low. They kill Zai, the monster of this game. It's a 1-for-1, but it's only a support down for Talon. 5x for both heroes that are dead right now. 23 Savage getting the bash.
He refreshes Chrono.
Yep, this is going to be an instant sheep though. As 23 Savage gets off the Manta, and Nisha in that roll-up ends up stunning 23 Savage as a result. Now 23 trying to get something more out of it. Here comes Makoto with a huge slide into Searing Chains. Boxy gets False Promise. Likely will die shortly after as the Eon Disc procs on Insania. Big vacuum comes out. Second Chrono of the fight. Mickey finds the Elder Titan. And we can see that Morphling getting pretty damn low on HP, but now the attribute shift comes into play. Many buybacks to come as well. Reign of Destiny onto Mickey, will not take any damage as a result. Also has his 25 talent, the Fate's Edict still applied, but that will be the end of the reign of 23 Savage. Does have buyback, we'll see if he expends it, but Makoto, he ends up going down. Triple kill for Mickey, 3 dead for Talon at the current point in time. Somehow Nisha survives throughout all this. I have no idea how. The buildings. You can see Liquid trying to force some buybacks in. We can see that Talon has all the buybacks available for these heroes that are dead. They expend 1. Makoto are trying to be a little bit greedy to see if he can be enough to defend. There's the toss back into the buyback, but Zai gets off his BKB. It's all the buybacks coming out from Talon now. As the BKB picked up by the Morphling. 23 Savage not
on Zai, no BKB
here. Focusing on Zai. Can he get out? He's gonna get False Promise, but this is so much physical damage to withstand. And Zai might be blowing up, but gets the Insatiable Hunger off. Will that be enough? No. Dead for 2 full minutes.
They're going for more.
Liquid now on the run. Mickey gets off his BKB, but he's completely out of mana. Gets bashed up by the 23 Savage. Void Spirit up. Onto the high ground they go. Nisha and Mickey. Mickey's gonna get Avalanche. The Fate's Edict doing a little bit for him, but he eventually will drop. So a nice defense from Talon. And see if they can force a buyback onto the side of Liquid. But of course, Zai is without one. Punch. Nisha.
Steal the rune.
Normal punch. We'll take the shield rune. Avalanche.
Double avalanche.
Double avalanche. Beautifully done. Swashbuckle onto the high ground.
Nice lift
there, but nice lift defensively used. As Nisha with the roll up, getting the shield crash. Gets off the swashbuckle onto the low ground as well. They have so much chase on the side of Talon. You are not getting away from him this time. As 90 seconds of no Nisha as well. Talon, can they go for the win? Can they force the buyback out of Mickey?
I mean, Liquid still have a huge advantage when it comes to the buybacks. I think both Nisha and Mickey, they should be holding them.
How does he keep getting... How does he have room? All right, he ate his Ags. Was going for MKB, changed his mind for the Daedalus, which means no Rapier.
No Rapier indeed. That Daedalus is still pretty damn good as we have a lot of TP.
Oh, Nisha.
Nisha
Gonna get spotted. Gonna get spotted here as Mickey jumps in, getting the bash off with the Chronosphere onto the Morphling. Makoto onto the backline. He goes as Nisha's working pretty low. He gets off his Rolling Thunder. 23 Savage getting controlled. I think that was the Wind Waker used on him. As Boxy now attempting to run away, but they lost Makoto. Does have tons of remnants back, like you said, as Nullifier applied to 23 Savage. There goes Makoto, he instantly gets hacked into the swashbuckle. Nisha trying to get some damage applied to him, but finally BKB comes out as the Void looks to be dead. So many remnants to work with for Makoto. Buybacks galore for Liquid. Zai takes a tumble, has the buyback still intact. This is all about trading buybacks, and that's a scary thing when you're going against an Ember, especially with this shard. You have so many remnants to work with.
He can just morph up. He has 658 armor on this Morphling.
Yeah, but Nisha can swashbuckle every 3 seconds, it feels like. Continuing to get bashes every time. Gaben is smiling upon him right now. Range Rax is dead. Of course, just losing 1 Rax is not that big of a deal. His initiation from Q is completely stopped and distracted. Jumping in as well. That Chronosphere onto 3. They're going to be able to kill the Tiny, but the Eon Disc proc onto Darkseer. Jabs. Trying to get some help from 23 Savage. Finally turns it into the Void. Trying to take out Insania, but another
Holy shit, 23!
Taking so much damage. The False Promise is right there, right outside the panel. He should be able to live as a result. And 23 Savage, Nisha getting his second ult off, it looks like. Swashbuckling on the other side of the wall as he's pursued and he's blocked in
he's got the buyback.
Savage, a huge slight, and Nisha dead for 2 full minutes. But into the
Holy shit!
23 Savage goes. He's controlled for the time being, but he uses the time again. A lot of damage back as Boxy still gonna live some way, somehow. And 23 Savage time walks back to the tier 3. A nice toss back. Zai being brought back into the fray as Makoto pops his BKB.
23 Savage, he doesn't care.
Prematurely. You can see their base is actually dying on the other side as well, but it's just a creep. Zai's most of the focus here from the side of Talon on these buildings. And you can see
Zai's
the damage being
pushing.
applied on the other side. How close is he? The Ancient is fully exposed. Can they output the Brood? Brood only has an FAP. The cancels of the TPs. Can they kill the Ancient? God! No way! Talon, you better be careful because Zai is coming for your base. Game. Oh my goodness!
Are you serious?
He has 0 reaction. He is completely downside. He just won Liquid game number 3, and they stay in the upper bracket. Holy shit! Oh my god!
This guy is disgusting. What the hell, dude? He legit just pulled his entire team on his backpack. In this entire... What?
How do you win that game? Unbelievable.